Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode on Eriador. And today, or this episode, will mainly be about the villager auto farm build that I'm going to do. And like I said on one of my last episodes, that basically I want to light this area all up. I have some of it done. Not all of it, but most of it. I started it, and it's gonna be some work because mobs still spawn in the area. We have, if we go over here, so this area has to be lit up. A lot of mobs spawn in this area. Mobs spawn in this area, and over there. So it's gonna be a huge area that I need to light up. And it's gonna be, there's definitely gonna be some work to be done. So the past couple of days I've been on and off trying to get villagers, and the only way that I can do it one way is with zombie villagers. So basically I've been dying, like literally dying. I'm at like 4 deaths now because I've been trying to do this thing. Basically, these guys, I transform them from zombie villagers, and it's a pain in the butt to actually get these guys to do what you want. The first thing is that if you do not have a zombie that wants to pick up a block, they will despawn. Not right away, but they will despawn. So that's kind of like the first thing. The next thing is do not combine them into one section. The very first time I ever got 2 zombie villagers, they not killed each other. They transformed each other back into zombies because I forgot, or I thought that if I was to do it at the same time, that they would transform at the same time. Well, that is wrong. They actually, it's like a random thing that happens. So they don't actually transform at the same time. It'll take up to, I think, about 5 minutes is from what I read. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to take 5 minutes to transform. It just takes up to 5 minutes, which, yeah, if I knew that before, I probably wouldn't have done what I did. But, so yeah, that my first set of zombie villagers wasn't fun. It was I had to actually kill them, and I died from one. So it was not fun. And one, I think, died because it was daylight out. So again, it wasn't. It just was not working for me. So I finally got 3 villagers. There's 2 librarians and 1 toolsmith. Again, I'm not going to be using them for their traits. I'm just going to be using them for farming. Like I said, there's a video that I have, which once I finally get this whole thing built, once the episode is up, so I'm hoping this episode, there will be a link in the description of that video, if it's still up. You know, sometimes, you know, YouTube videos get taken down, or they remove them, or whatever. If there's no video, then there's no video link, but I have a link on my desktop of the video. I watched it a couple times. I think I showed on the stream of what I want to do, and it's something that it won't take that long. I honestly will say that the build doesn't actually take that long to build. It's going to be the villagers that will be the pain in the butt part. I will need sand, so I actually will have to go do some sand because you need glass. I'm probably going to build more of like a cobblestone, stone brick type themes. I always go stone brick, so I'm gonna definitely stay with that type of theme. So I'll have to smelt my cobblestone that I have and go with that. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be our build for this over here. So I'm thinking over here will be basically the area that I use for this farm. Okay, so like I said, this is the area that I feel the best about putting the farm. I'm thinking like maybe straighten this out and then just build it right here. I'm not actually sure yet. I gotta see how big this farm is. It's pretty big. It uses about like a 3x3. If you were to make a farm and have the water source, the next water source, and then another one, so it's gonna be like 3x3. So it's gonna be pretty big. So I gotta figure that out. But like I said, I think the hardest part for me will be actually getting the villagers over here because you can't leash them. You can't. Well, I guess you can push them, but what you have to do is you gotta get one up into a little pocket that will not move, and that might be a little hard. So that might be the hardest thing that I will be doing for this project. So I'm gonna light this area up, flatten it out, terraform, and I'll be right back with I guess some progress. So yeah, let's go. So the first phase of getting our project done is I flattened the area out. There was a little hill, but I needed some dirt. I rarely have any dirt, so I decided to do some getting rid of. There's a pond here, I got rid of that. I filled it up with some stone. I have some lava, so I used the lava, churned the water into stone, and I kind of filled up the top. I then removed this pond here. I gathered some sand because I'm probably going to be needing glass for something. I guarantee I'll be needing glass for something, so I took most of the sand from that. I'm probably going to take all these ponds that I have and probably tearing them down, gathering what's in them, and then making ponds or water sources by myself. It might not look natural, but if I want like a water feature, I think I can add it in myself. So that's probably what I'm going to do with some of these, but I will leave them and then maybe just change it all to dirt or something else after. So like I said, first step was flattening out the area, and I need to figure out how big I need this area to be, because like I said, it's about 3x3 for a normal like 9x9 area. So you got to basically calculate all of that. I have the lava still in my hand. Don't need that anymore. So yeah, let's go over here. Let's so if I was to do, so the thing about this build is that it basically turns into a circle because of a couple reasons. One, the villager does go into an AFK mode basically. So what happens is they cut off the edges of this build. The other thing is lighting as well. Some of the lighting, it doesn't reach, so again it is cut off. So I need to figure out basically a rough estimate. Let's actually line it up with this. If I was to line up this, what happens is there's a water source here and there's a water source here, but the main one is in the middle. So if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's where 1 is going to be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. No, it has to be one more. So what we're going to do is we're going to create. Let's put this here. Grab this. Make an infinite water source. Okay. So then we do this. Do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's where that one will be. So because this is where 4 is going to be, it's going to be at least like this. So I think the farm, I didn't look at the dimensions yet, because I didn't want to just like go into the game, go out of the game, so on and so forth. So it's going to be something like this design. And if it doesn't go as far as this, it's going to be fine, because then I can do a border, and then that's that. I'll just do a block here, and then the terraforming looks okay. I don't even have to touch this. So you just got to now do this over here. Don't even have to count it. So like I said, it's pretty big, so we're gonna have to remove some of this dirt. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the block will be here. So it looks like I can remove all of this. So like I said, once I get the actual dimensions in the right, number, I'll manscape the land. Landscape the land. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what am I doing? I don't even have to like count it. It's just line it up. So now this one I can just do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, it looks like I have a good sized area over here. We just got to make our holes. Gotta line it up. Two, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I was to, let's say, go and grab a hoe and till the land, basically I can go 4 out from that source, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 would be this source block, and then this 4 would be this block. So that's how you have a 3x3 area for this this whole build. But like I said, because of the villagers going into some sort of AFK mode, the build is actually a little smaller than it could actually be. So if you're to do like a huge square, if you're to just build off like the square, it will be probably a little like, it would be big, but it won't work because of the villagers and just how they work. The next thing also is lighting. Lighting doesn't reach for nice space lighting. It's it's pretty packed. So let me get rid of the zombie flesh because I think that's the least important stuff. Plus, no, that's the skeleton. So there's no zombie farm. So if we did need rotten flesh, then yeah, we don't have any. I think you can trade villagers. I think you can trade villagers for zombie flesh for stuff. So yeah, that's how that is. So this is now the start of the actual farm. So like I said, now what I gotta do is I gotta figure out the actual shape, the block size of the first level, and then I guess I can go smelt some things. Like I said, I'm gonna need glass for this, and then from there I gotta figure out how to get one villager over into the center, and I gotta make this little thing. And that I think that's gonna be the hardest part, because then after that I gotta make a second layer, and I gotta do the exact same thing. So pushing them maybe is the only option. Maybe a minecart. I think minecarts might be the trick. I don't know if I can do that though. It might be a little work, but it's gonna have to be done. So this is, I guess, phase 2 of or phase 1, phase 2.5, 1.5. I don't know. But we'll be back once we get somewhat of the main design designed. So yeah, we'll be back. So now that we have the overall design and my stone bricks in place, the next part is to now get the villagers into basically our holding place. I've been working on getting some villagers. I had two, and then I started the breeding process. So eventually I got 3. I then found a video of how to like really set them up, and it's working really well. Let me just turn down the audio. Yeah, that would be okay for now. Basically, I have a farm here that's just something really simple. Obviously, I have most of it blocked off. Let's put that back. Let's go over here. No, I even have that area blocked off. Jeez, I have it all blocked off. So we have a farm here, and in the corners, I'm trying to put villagers that I want to be pushed into a trading position. And then I have a couple farmers, so we can ease. Oh, that's a shepherd. But I think anyone with brown coats, anyone with full brown coats, and not like a brown coat and a vest, is what we want for our farm. So really do that. Video settings, reduce that a little. And that might be someone growing up, I'm pretty sure. And then we have 7 blocks down, we have 6 doors that this villager sits in. And that just continues the breeding process. Like for some reason, when you have it like this, they just breed and breed and breed. So I'm not sure how that's working, but it's basically has done what it's doing by itself. I'm not trading anyone. It's just there's a farm there, and that's that. So the next part we actually need to do is get this little section set up. And what we're going to be doing is we need to set up our little trading post where the villager will sit. And then here will be that. I do have a shovel. Whoops. Let's get our stone brick out. I think it's like 4 wide. And like I said, again, all of this is going to be in a video. Or maybe you've even watched it already. So you kind of know what I'm doing. It's just, I guess, showing the process, right? Just going to put string there. String there. And the rest of this is going to be glass. So it's going to be 3 high. And it's going to go all the way around. And then here, there will be a piece of carpet. And that's where a villager will basically be held. And there we go. That's basically our middle section of this build. So basically, the next part I need to do is get a villager in that section, because that's going to be kind of the most difficult part. And I am on the server by myself, so maybe I can sleep the nights off, because I do have to keep these guys, you know, kind of not hidden, but I gotta make sure that they don't die, because that is a thing. So I'm going to get a villager over here, because I have one in a corner, so I'm gonna put him in the middle. And after that, I guess we can maybe put the walls up, maybe get another villager in here, and then work on the next level. I'm actually not sure how I want to do this, but I do, because of how many villagers I have, I'm at least going to be doing 3 levels. I'm going to do 1 carrot, 1 potato, and 1 wheat. So I think those 3 are what I want to, I guess, do for that. And then I might keep, and then I'm not sure what I really want to do with these, because if I can mass produce these like villages and stuff, what if I can like maybe trade other villages for those certain items, maybe get emeralds, and then emeralds I can get other items. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but if it's something that I can do that's not difficult and I don't have to like create a farm for it, like it just happens, then I might do that. But I think for the villages so far, I don't know what I'm probably, once I'm done with it, I might have to just kill them all off or keep a couple, and that's that. I just don't want them to mass breed, because I don't feel like I need to build anything. So I'm just gonna, you know, leave it at that. So yeah. So once I get the villager inside here, we'll be right back to start the next step. So now that I have the placement for the villager set up, I made the track. It goes all the way along here, and I got my minecart. Let's see. Well, I know it will work, because I kind of tested it, and there is our villager. I guess I'll use this redstone to power it. If it works, perfect, it worked. He's gonna beat us. He's gonna beat us. Oh yeah, in the pockets. Perfect. So this guy will basically stay in here. Let's try and, there we go. No, 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 no. What just happened? Honestly, out of all the testing I've done, they've never gotten out. It's 3 high. What am I doing wrong? What is this? Blasphemy. Okay, well, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put the cart here. I'm gonna push this guy back in. You're mine, sucker. He's gonna stay in that cart until I figure out what just happened. Honestly, I did this on the project world that you can download from the video. Not my video, the other video. And I just did this. And they did not move whatsoever. He was stuck in there. So you're gonna stay in there until I figure out the next layer and how to keep this guy in, because obviously he just jumped out and I'm not certain why he did that. The only other reason I can think of is that the carpet might be too high. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's on the last level. So again, I'm not sure. It's 3 high. The only thing I can think of is that the next layer, because from here it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 2 and then air block, and then the next layer is here. So the next layer that we build, it will be on top of his head. So yeah, that's how that is. Maybe he'll go down once I break the minecart, so then you can put a block on top. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna go check what the reason why he's able to jump out. And it's gonna be nighttime, so I'm gonna go sleep. And this clip is now done, and the next step is, or the next clip will be next. Yeah, so let's figure out what to do now. So now that I have almost the whole design of my farm made, before it gets to night and before this video gets any longer, I'm not sure if I showed it in the last clip, but this is how I basically transferred all of my villagers. I have 3 villagers on each row, and they're all librarians. I don't know, there was 3 they're easy to spot when they're in this group of villagers that I have. So there's 3 villagers in each floor, and oh, these guys want me to sleep, so I'll be right back once we sleep. So like I was saying, this is the track that I used to get inside this villager and stuff. I pulled them from this corner. The minecarts would sit here and it would pull them in from that corner. I actually forgot about that, but I actually, from watching Peddy's video, that he's doing a farm with villagers, or he's just doing a basic iron farm. So that is kind of how I did that. So I put 3 villagers here, and that's basically it for the stationary villagers that basically do nothing. The next thing is to do, I need to do, I guess, the borders, the glass walls. I've been doing a lot of farming for dirt. I had to go into the mines and get a lot of dirt. So that's this row and this row were basically all farmed. So if I had to do time-based clips, oh, it just would be very, very different. But yeah, other than this, the next step is to put in the borders and the glass, and then once I do that, then I can put in the villagers, and then that's it. Once we have that done, I don't know if there's like any. Oh, I also need to get the light, so I'll probably do that next. But yeah. So for now, this is this clip, this part of the build, and we'll be right back for another step in the progress. Nope, not done yet. This is actually taking a very, very long time to do with not owning the resources. So now that I'm basically done with the actual levels, the next thing is to do is glass, and I think the outer rims of the areas that I need to put glass on. And then after I've done that, and putting the villagers in and tilling everything, it'd be the final design. Which I don't know if I'm going to be doing that right away. I think I just want to get it working and make sure it works, then putting effort and time into designing it. So I think I might leave it like full out design or like landscaping and all that type of stuff until later. But this is it. We're almost there. Almost there. I should go down here. So I'm working on the top level first, because then I can remove this level and put it to the next level. And then we, so yeah. So we can work on the other ones. So I'm tilling all of this. I've wasted already like 3 hoes on it. 3.5, I guess. And I have a bunch. So this is how this is gonna work. So I have my Fletcher. He's not a farmer, like his name is not a farmer, but I think the video does say that it has to be a brown suit, and I think that's it. So he has a full brown suit, and that I'm hoping is what's gonna work. For some reason, I have no more farmers in my farm that I have over there that I'm hoping that I've shown, or you know, you would have seen it on a, you know, a stream or something. I don't know. I'm hoping I have it somewhere. But there is no place that I have a farmer for some reason. So I have to take basically whatever I have, and that's the brown suits. I think they're mostly Fletchers and fishermen from what I can see. As long as they farm, I do not care who they are, what they do, what they trade. As long as they will now plant stuff. So I'm going to break this. Break this. There we go. Oh, no. I'm an idiot. Oh, thank God. Yes. No, I am an idiot. Shit. No, 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 no. Yes, you stay. Ha 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 ha. Oh, you idiot. Don't jump. I think he wants out. I don't think he wants to be stuck in there. Honestly, I feel like he does not want to be in there. It's like, I don't want to be in there. I don't want to be in there. Get me out. Get me out. So I'm gonna break this. I gotta till it, block it. Okay, so this guy doesn't seem to be planting something. Not what I was hoping for, but what one of my concerns was that these guys would not plant, or they would plant whatever they already owned. Okay, so now I'm gonna go grab, I think it was actually 2 stacks of something. I don't think I have any 2 stacks of anything, to be honest, because that's just what I do not have. I have 1 stack of carrots. That's it. I have 2 stacks of seeds. So let me grab, I'll put that away. I'll grab my seeds. And I'm gonna go give them to this guy, and I'm hoping he starts planting. Because honestly, right now it doesn't seem like he wants to do this at all. Like it's more like he's pissed and just wants to get the hell out. So I'm gonna drop 1, 2 stacks of seeds. I'm hoping he just picked those up. I'm actually very confused as what is supposed to happen, actually. The only thing I can think of is that I hit him when I broke the chests. So right now I'm going to finish the other 2 layers, and I'm going to hope that this farmer or the brown suit actually plant something, because if not, I'm gonna have to kill everyone. I'm gonna have to kill most of those villagers, and I need farmers if this guy doesn't plant. So before I get the next guy in, I have to make sure that this guy will plant and work his butt off. If not, I have to get farmers. I want farmers if this guy doesn't do anything. So I think he picked up, yeah, he had to have, because I don't see him on the ground. So he had to have picked up those seeds. If not, I'm gonna go inside there, bone meal a bunch, and hopefully he will break it then. If he still doesn't do that, I'm going for the farmer route, and we'll see after, you know, I'm gonna have to basically wait now and see what this guy does. All he wants to do right now, it looks like he wants to break the hell out. He doesn't like it in there. But other than that, the next time you see this, we should be complete. I will update you as to if I change this guy. Oh, perfect timing. It's starting to rain. So it's a good time to end off this clip. And we'll be right back. So we have our 3 villagers, our 3 food layers, and bread. So far, out of all of the floors, I started off with wheat, and I actually filled a lot of it up. So that's why it's basically kind of where it's at. Let me see. I can't go. So that is where it's at right now. Probably what I'm going to do is remove the glass and get in, or I don't want to use ender pearls, but if I have to, I'm going to get myself in there and I'm going to fill the whole floor with wheat. Same thing is going to go with my next layers. Carrots, that's all he has for carrots. I have carrots here that I'm going to go plant in once I'm done here. And then our last layer is potatoes. So because this guy is still planting carrots, I'm leaving him in the cart. Because then I can control, if he's still planting, I can still control what he's doing. You know? So if he was to plant a carrot seed here, I'll know it. Maybe he wants to trade. I'm not sure. But he hasn't been planting anything for a while. So I'm actually going to get this ready. I'm going to break this. And I'm going to run. Okay. So that's that. Then, I haven't started this yet. This is going to be the basically where all the contents come from. So obviously I'm going to get a hopper and chests, and I don't know if I want to make this place look really nice. Obviously I do, but how can I make it look nice? What materials can I use? Should I make it like a barn area, put some villagers down there maybe? I'm not sure. No, I think that'd be too like noisy. I think it's already like noisy enough. Like, what should I do down here? If you guys have suggestions, let me know, and I'll probably look into it. Maybe start to, like, you know, more of designing it than just like straight up, you know, putting chests there or something. You know, I do want it to look good and whatnot. So yeah, this is basically, we're like 90. Like for the actual farm, we're 100% done. The physical farm itself, well, no, I would say like 90% because I should fill all of the floors up with oh shit. Oh, actually no, that's a 1 block high anyway, so that won't matter. Oh yeah, you can't get me. You can't get me. You can't get him. Okay, yeah. So, whoa, trippy sky. So the only thing that I want to do, that I'll try and do, is get. Try something. Yay! He actually is planting potatoes. Perfect. Perfect. We're gonna get layers of every food type. Just fill it all up, and I'm hoping that they just. That's all they do. I definitely got to figure out something to do for protection for these guys. These guys are freaking the hell out because of these zombies. I think I might have to. I'm gonna have to still work on lighting. I'm just gonna have to light it. I have to light it up. I think that's like the next thing I do, so that, you know, we don't get any of these guys. We don't need anyone more. We don't need. Look at that. He's just freaking out. So the next time you see this build, I'm hoping that it's fully operational. The basement won't be done because I want your guys' suggestions, what I can put down there and what I can use. But we're kind of done for this. Like I said, I want to fill up more of the stuff, and I want to come back with the final project, and it should be, you know, should be looking good. So Yep, we'll be right back. So the project isn't done, but like I've said after editing the video, I have said this, that I actually want to make this just functional. I think that's what we're going to be calling this episode as part 1 of this villager auto breeding AI farm. So with that being said, this is it. This is the final build, and I'm not done it. Obviously, I want to spice it up. I want to add more blocks in some of the locations, and the top is still missing some half slabs. So with it almost being nighttime, let's hop down and go a little closer. So with some losses of villagers, some struggles at night, our villager farm is done for the night. I don't know if I'm getting rhymey or not, but okay. Yeah, so each floor, we're done it. Each floor is filled in. And yeah, you want to see the output? Oh my goodness. Let's go over here. We have a full chest of carrots and a full chest of potatoes. Carrots are full here. Potatoes are getting filled. And the one thing that I did not know about this build is that the wheat is turned into bread. So bread is now my income for food. That's all I use. And carrots, oh my goodness, this is getting full. I don't know what to do with half of this stuff. Like, anyone want some? Because that's basically what I'm doing right now. Uh-oh, no, I want to do this. There, yeah. So right now my output is like completely maxed out. So part 2 is going to be the final design of how the outside will look, and the basement will be done. So like I said in a previous clip, this I need ideas for the basement. What should I do? What can I have down there that will help me, you know, utilize what materials I'm using, and any like really good functional things that I can put down there that will help me, you know, use what this farm is really good for. So now the side effect of not having wheat is I have to make a wheat farm so I can breed and do all that fun stuff with you know, animals. And my villagers are still there. I'm going to be keeping them around because I might try and do an iron golem farm, just because everyone seems to be setting one up and we don't have a public one. So I think that's what I'm going to be setting. I'm going to be using those villagers for that. So with the days and days that it took to actually get this build finally done to where it is now, that's just how the series will be. There's going to be episodes like this that, you know, I might have a big project but build it over time. And I like it, you know, it's kind of cool. I think it's cool. You know, you get all the progress and you eventually see it. Now, obviously, it's not fully done, but this episode is very long. So it's going to be in 2 parts for sure. And the next part would be is to getting the full design and designing a basement and going with that. So yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it and are new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. You can also follow me on my social media links. All that will be in the description. You can also check out the other members of New Eriador in the description as well. So please go check out all the links that are in the description as well. Now, before I leave this episode, I will say that I did change the middle to the redstone contraption. The other design that I was using did not work. I don't know if that's because I'm on a server or maybe there's something else that needs to be done, but the redstone is a 100% guaranteed working device. So it always breaks the middle. What I noticed before is the middle wasn't breaking, so what ended up happening is it made these guys go AFK. kind of like how he is right now, but it might not. He might not be. He might be just, you know, taking a break. I allowed them to have breaks. They're allowed their breaks. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments with all the questions I asked about like the design for the basement. What can I do? And any future designs for this area. There's a lot of work that I can put in here. What do you guys think I should build? So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comment section below. But this is going to be it for now. Hopefully it's not a long super episode. I'm TweakedChemist, and I'll see you guys in another episode. Peace.